Good morning, church. So here's our devotional for Monday, November 10th. And we come into Psalm 118. This is the last of our Hallel Psalms, which has been a really cool section for me to be looking into and to be exploring in a little more depth. 118 is not a short psalm. Typically, I would be dividing this into two portions. I think what we're going to do today is read the whole kit and caboodle, and then we're going to go back and do some very specific sections. There are some portions of Psalm 118 that my impression is will trigger in your ears immediately. So it does have a lot of content. Mays spends multiple pages talking about this, and there's definitely some pieces we're going to want to pick out. But like I said, we'll do general introduction for our first part. We'll do the whole thing, and then we'll see where we go after that. From the New Revised Standard Version, Psalm 118. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His steadfast love endures forever. You have heard that often by this point in our study of Psalms. And then this might also sound familiar, some other Hallel Psalms too. Let Israel say, his steadfast love endures forever. Let the house of Aaron say, his steadfast love endures forever. Let those who fear the Lord say, his steadfast love endures forever. That's our intro. Out of my distress, I called on the Lord. The Lord answered me and set me in a broad place. With the Lord on my side, I do not fear. What can mortals do to me? The Lord is on my side to help me. I shall look in triumph on those who hate me. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to put confidence in mortals. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. Also sounds familiar, not from the Hallels, but from some of our past studies. All nations surrounded me. In the name of the Lord, I cut them off. They surrounded me on every side. In the name of the Lord, I cut them off. They surrounded me like bees. They blazed like a fire of thorns. In the name of the Lord, I cut them off. I was pushed hard so that I was falling, but the Lord helped me. The Lord is my strength and my might. He has become my salvation. There are glad songs of victory in the tents of righteousness. The right hand of the Lord does valiantly. The right hand of the Lord is exalted. The right hand of the Lord does valiantly. Hopefully our portion on the right hand of God is coming up there for you. I shall not die, but I shall live and recount the deeds of the Lord. The Lord has punished me severely, but he did not give me over to death. Mays will point out that that's our first break in these two sections after that introductory time. These words will be profoundly familiar, I imagine. Open to me the gates of righteousness, that I may enter through them and give thanks to the Lord. This is the gate of the Lord. The righteous shall enter through it. I thank you that you have answered me and have become my salvation. The stone that the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. This is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Save us, we beseech you, O Lord. O Lord, we beseech you, give us success. Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. We bless you from the house of the Lord. The Lord is God, and he has given us light. Bind the festal procession with branches up to the horns of the altar. You are my God, and I will give thanks to you. You are my God, I will extol you. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his steadfast love endures forever. Good stuff. So you heard the repetition from the beginning to the end. James Mays will be pointing out just so I can try to get the little bit of credit I deserve it for reading it before quoting it. But this really has a theme of hesed, God's steadfast love, in it. You only hear that word in the beginning and the closing portions, but it sets that context. Then we also hit some repeated themes from the previous Psalms. I pointed out the right hand of salvation, or the right hand of God, as this place of authority and establishment for the Messiah. And in the previous context, lowercase m, and our Christian context, capital M. We also had reference to death. And you might remember, I think it was in 115, there was the mentions of Sheol. And so we talked about that death and then God's coming forth with new life and blessing of new life to the faithful. And then also that salvation thing was heavily emphasized in the Hallel Psalms and comes back up here. So Psalm 118 is a really gorgeous conclusion to the Hallel Psalms. You also heard, I am sure, a lot of those Palm Sunday references. So this is the base for a lot of those shouts of acclamation, and blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Good stuff. NRSV. And now we're going to get into James Mays a little bit. And he entitles this section, The One Who Comes in the Name of the Lord. Psalm 118 concerns the coming of one, capital O, who comes in the name of the Lord. The one who comes makes the most marvelous statement, I shall not die, but live. The celebration that the Lord did not give him over to death is hailed as the day the Lord made. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Because of his deliverance, the people of the Lord renewed their confession that the Lord is God. Who is this? The psalm itself gives us his identity only as a question. Interpretation must press on through the text to occasions of the use of the psalm to find a name. The psalm is composed of two sections, verses 5 to 18 and 19 to 28, set within a framework of hymnic praise, verses 1 to 4 and 29. It begins with the formulaic imperative hymn used for general thankful praise of the Lord, and that's the verse 1 part. The imperative of the hymn is continued in a threefold litany of invitation to Israel, to the nation of Israel, to priest, and to God-fearers. His steadfast love endures forever, and that's verses 2 to 4. The list of the group comprehends the worshiping community as in Psalm 115, verses 9 to 3, where we see that same appeal to Israel, to the house of Aaron, and to the righteous and faithful of God. Good stuff. The psalm ends by repeating the opening formula of praise. This framework gives a first definition of the whole. It is a giving thanks to the Lord for the goodness and his steadfast love. Hesed. The term steadfast love is not used in the body of the psalm, but what is reported there is introduced by the framework as a demonstration of the Lord's hesed that calls for the thanksgiving of the entire community. So really neat kind of compilation of several styles in previous Hallel Psalms that we've had in that, and look forward to diving and digging a little bit deeper with you. Here's some Peterson for you from the Message. Thank God because he's good, because his love never quits. That is a good expression for Hesed. Tell the world, Israel, his love never quits. And you, clan of Aaron, tell the world, his love never quits. And you who fear God, join in, his love never quits. Pushed to the wall, I called to God. From the wide open spaces, he answered, God's now at my side, and I'm not afraid, and who would dare lay a hand on me? God's my strong champion. I flick off my enemies like flies. That's pretty good. I flick off my enemies like flies. Far better to take refuge in God than trust in people. Far better to take refuge in God than trust in celebrities. Hemmed in by barbarians, in God's name I rub their faces in the dirt. Hemmed in and with no way out, in God's name I rub their faces in the dirt. Like swarming bees, like wild prairie fire, they hem me in. In God's name I rub their faces in the dirt. I was right on the cliff edge, ready to fall when God grabbed and held me. God's my strength. He's also my song, and now He's my salvation. Hear the shouts, hear the triumph songs in the camp of the saved. The hand of God has turned the tide. The hand of God is raised in victory. The hand of God has turned the tide. I didn't die, I live. And now I'm telling the world what God did. God tested me, He pushed me hard, but He didn't hand me over to death. Swing wide the city gates, the righteous gates. I'll walk right through and thank God. This temple gate belongs to God, so the victors can enter and praise. Thank you for responding to me. You've truly become my salvation. The stone the masons discarded as flawed is now the capstone. This is God's work. We rub our eyes. We can hardly believe it. This is the very day God acted. Let's celebrate and be festive. Salvation now, God, salvation now. Oh, yes, God, a free and full life. Blessed are you who enter in God's name. From God's house we bless you. God is God. He has bathed us in light. Festoon the shrine with garlands, hang colored banners above the altar. You're my God, and I thank you. Oh, my God, I lift high your praise. Thank God, He's so good. His love never quits. Good stuff, Eugene Peterson, as well. So, hope you enjoyed that overview of Psalm 118. 1-800? Yeah, 118. And look forward to getting a little deeper with you as we're approaching the next couple of days, and we'll see how long it takes us. Bear in mind, after Psalm 118, we're going to be stepping into Psalm 119, which is the longest psalm of the Bible, and we're going to be in it for a while. So, yeah, we'll enjoy this time as we got it, and then we'll continue our journey together. Have a great day. We'll see you later.